I've been thinking a lot about worry and worrying and not so much anxiety, but worry. And a lot of times, this emotion, this feeling, is our default. And it can be from the minute that we wake up in the morning, we're worrying about making it to work on time, or we're worrying about reaching that appointment on time, or if you have young kids, worrying about getting all of their stuff ready for the day for school, or getting them out the door in time so that then you can move on to what it is that you have set up for yourself for the day. Or even if you're not getting them ready for the day, you are making sure that whatever it is that you have planned goes accordingly, right? It's very easy in the morning to wake up and worry. All that worry is self-talk, right? All that worry is negative self-talk. And often we don't notice it as such. But what it's doing is it's making you feel anxious, making you feel overwhelmed, making you feel stress, making you feel impatient, potentially, and irritable. And the worry that goes on inside our heads can also move into verbal worrying. And this is when we are in communication with someone else, or we're in an interaction with someone else. And instead of being direct and very clear with what we need, we worry around our language. So an example is if you are out and you're noticing that the person that you're with is cold, let's just say, and suddenly you can tell that you're worried that they're uncomfortable. And instead of saying, "Are you uncomfortable? Are you cold?" it comes out as, "I wonder if you need a jacket," or "I wonder if we should bring a blanket," or "we should have brought a blanket." And that is verbal worrying, and it's keeping us in this place of, it's not mud really, but it's this place of just, ugh, right? And it's also difficult for the other person because they don't really know what it is that you're trying to say, or sometimes even why it is that you're saying what you're saying. And this wondering and worrying and kind of, talking around what is the direct question keeps us in this state of suffering. And it keeps us exhausted by our negative self-talk. And so the more we can shift out of that verbal worrying and move more into direct language that really, pinpoints exactly what it is that we need to say or what we need to get across, the more we can free ourselves from the stress and the overwhelm. And to do that, to kind of shift, we continue with our meditation practice, and we also begin to just pay attention to the moments where we are fishing, where we are, worrying aloud. So today, I just challenge you to pay attention to see if you're verbal worrying. And if you are, if you can just, take a deep breath, let that go, and come back to the present moment and see if you can speak to yourself and to the person that you're with differently.